Come and stand in the center of your mat. Legs wide. You can have both feet facing forward like so. And then you want to keep a kind of gentle bend in your knees all throughout this warm-up. So we're going to start with some breathing. Breathe in, out, in, out. So the beat is a little fast with this one, but you can do it at your own pace. Just going to try to get to loosen your shoulders and then gradually your knees. So you can introduce a soft bounce in your knees. In, breathe out. In and out. You can let your head come down as well. Down and up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, you're going to keep your legs wide. You're going to face your feet out to the side. And then we're just going to press overhead. Right and then left. So feet turned out. Press. Press. Right. Left. Stretch. Stretch. So a bit of side body action going here. Keep breathing. Keep that soft bend in both knees. I'm going to go side to side. So instead of pressing overhead, I'm going to press to the side of chest level. Go left, right, left, right. Going to press and get a good stretch in your chest. Okay, just a couple more. Then both feet are going to face forward. We're going to find side lunges. So we'll go into side lunges. We'll start with the right side. Right, left, right, left. So with these, you want to sink deeply down. Keep your back long. Weight is in your heels. Right and left. Reach your left arm towards your right heel and then switch sides. So go left, go right. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the band on your thighs, just a little bit above your knees like so. And then meet me in high plank. Your hands should be slightly wider than your shoulders, slightly in front of your shoulders. And then your legs are far enough apart that you feel a stretch because of the bend. You start by lifting your right leg, then your left leg in turn. In 2 and 1. Right, then left, right, then left. Check that your core is tucked in. Your upper body should remain quite stable throughout this. Keep going, I'm going to show you where we're going next. So you'll step your legs in right and then left, coming into a bear plank. Shoulder taps right then left. Tap your knees twice onto the mat. Then step back into high plank. Join me here. In 2 and 1. Right, left. Tap, tap, tap your knees. Then high plank. Again, right, left, tap, tap, knee tap, then high plank. Try to step your knees such that they're just below your hips. Tap, tap, back. Alright, one more. Then you come into bear plank. High plank, back, back. Come into bear plank. Your thighs will just tap outwards. So many times when you're running, we're just moving our legs in a single plane. This gets our thighs moving in the side plane as well, tapping outwards. Okay, a couple more. And you step back out into high plank, go to forearm plank in 2 and 1. High plank, then forearm plank. You step your legs out, right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Going in the side plank on your right forearm first in 2 and 1. Right forearm. You'll lift and lower your left leg. Up and down. Up and down. Switch over to your left side. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch to the left. So check that your side body is pulled away from the mat. And then we're getting our hip abductors here, so mainly our glute med. As you press against the resistance of the band. Come back to forearm plank in 2 and 1. So legs step out, right, left, one more. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your band right where it is, on your thighs and above your knees, and then come lay down on your left forearm. We're going to come into a clamshell. Your hips will be stacked one over the other, legs bent, and then take note of where you're kind of leaning on your left forearm. You want to make sure you're not slumped down onto your left side. Instead, pull up from your left shoulder and engage your left side body as well. Your right hand can be on your hips, or you can lean gently into it as you place it in front of you. We're going to start by opening and closing the top leg. Starting in 2 and 1. Open, close, open, and close. So your toes are together. You're opening and closing your top leg like a clam. And the focus here is on keeping your hips stable. So instead of kind of rocking back so that you can open your leg wider, just keep your hips where they are. And then your leg opens only as much as it can with your hips still. Close and open. You're going to lift up both legs and then tap your thighs back in 2 and 1. Right, tap back, tap back. So same thing, hips are stable. This is just a small movement pushing into the resistance. Open and open. Tap back, tap back. Alright, your feet will come down. Use your top leg, go knee to knee and then toe to toe. In 2 and 1. Knee, toe, knee, toe. Check again that you're pulling up and your core is engaged. Coming to a change. We'll switch sides in 2 and 1. Switch sides. You'll tap your leg open and close in 2 and 1. Open, close. Open, close. Eight counts and we'll lift our foot, tap back. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet up, tap back, tap back, tap back, tap back. Try to lift your feet as much as you can. And then hips stay really still. Ooh. Tap back, tap back. Okay, we're almost there. Ooh, try to keep your form. Your feet will come down, you'll go knee to knee, then toe to toe. In 2 and 1. Knee, toe, knee, toe. Try to stretch the band as you go toe to toe. final push. Knee, toe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. We're coming down to the mat and we're going to lie on our belly. This will get some work on our glutes and our hamstrings. Just to talk a little bit about this band, previously we've had it on our thighs. If you had it there with me as well, you probably have a medium to heavy band. When we lie down on our belly, the range of motion for our thighs is going to be smaller. So for me, I'm going to move my band down to the middle of my lower leg just to get a little bit more of a challenging workout. So adjust accordingly. And then come lie down on your lower belly. Make a pillow with your hands and you can place your head down. I'm going to lift my head up so that you can hear me speak. Even as we lie on our belly, you want to make sure you're hugging your lower belly in so your core is engaged. And then keep both hips on the mat. We're going to start by lifting and lowering our right foot, right leg. In 2 and 1. Lift for 2. Lower for 2. Lift, lower. So what's happening here is you're going to try to get your whole thigh off the mat, but both hips press down and remain anchored to the ground. And then you're going to try to make sure that you're not arching your back just to get your legs go higher. Lift your right leg high, find tiny lifts. Right here, up, lift, and lift. Okay, we're going to switch sides to the left side. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Up for 2, down for 2. Lift up, down, lift up, lower. Hold your foot high, find tiny lifts. In 2 and 1. Tiny lift, tiny lift. So I'm really stretching on the band while anchoring my hips down. And then again, my upper body is completely still. Alright, we're going to lift and lower both legs in 2 and 1. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So now you just want to make sure your feet are far enough apart that there's a stretch on the band. And then both thighs, try to get them both off the ground. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold high. 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Come to your bar. You're going to stand about a forearm's distance away from your bar or your stable surface. Your left hand is going to rest lightly onto it. If you previously had your band lower down your leg, you can feel free to pull it up, like what I'm doing now. So as long as you don't have it directly on your knee, that's fine. So you're going to start with your feet about hips distance apart. You keep a soft bend in your left leg, which is the standing leg. And then your right leg will lift up. It's going to come in front of you and then out to the side. So we'll begin when the beat drops in 2 and 1. Right leg goes forward to this side. Forward to this side. So you should start to feel this really quickly. You're going to feel it in your right inner thigh as your leg goes forward, and then into the external part of your right thigh as it goes to the side. Go forward to this side. So it's as if your right foot is drawing a diagonal line as it moves. So now instead of drawing a line, your right foot is going to trace a circle or an oval. I'm going to start in a clockwise direction in 2 and 1. I'm just going to circle around. And the challenge here is keeping both hips facing forward. Your thighs should also be facing forward, so not turned outwards or inwards. Circle and circle. You switch directions in 2 and 1. Go anti-clockwise. Circle and circle. Couple more, then your right leg is going to go in front of you. You find the bend press in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go forward, bend press, bend press. So now you're getting your inner thigh on your right leg. Your thigh is stationary, so the higher you lift it, the more stretch you'll feel. And then you'll feel this a little bit more on your hamstring as you press outwards. Bend press, bend press. I'm going to change sides in 2 and 1. Change sides. Left leg goes forward and to the side. In 2 and 1. Go forward to the side. Forward to the side. So again, your left leg is tracing a diagonal line. I fully appreciate that it's more challenging because the song is so slow. Forward to the side. We're going to find those circles. I'm going to start anti-clockwise in 4, 3, 2, 1. So circle and circle. Try to keep your hips still, facing forward. Keep that soft bend in your right knee. We're going to switch sides, switch directions in 2 and 1. Clockwise, just circle. And of course, the bigger the circle you can draw, the more of a workout you're going to get on your left thigh. Circle and circle. Left leg is going to come in front of you. Going to find that bend press forward in 2 and 1. Come forward, bend press, final push. Try to lift your left leg 1 inch higher. Keep your chest broad. Bend press, bend press, bend press, bend press. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. For this next workout, keep your band where it is, so on your thighs, slightly above your knees. The bar is optional. You can use it for a little bit of support as we go into lunges. But in any case, you should keep it just slightly off your mat because we'll need the whole length of the mat later on in the workout. So once you're ready, come to stand at your bar. Send your right leg back into a lunge. We're going to lower our hips for 2 and lift for 2 in 2 and 1. Lower for 2, lift. Lower and lift. So take note of alignment here. Your front knee should be above or slightly behind your front ankle. And then if you feel any pressure on your back knee, you can hinge your hips slightly forward, lean a little bit more into your surface. Hold low, find tiny dips, 2 and 1. Hold low, just dip and dip. So this workout gets the front of your quads. You're going to hold low, lift and lower your front heel, 2 and 1. Right here, just lift and lower, lift and lower. This gets at your left calf. We'll switch sides in 2 and 1. So left leg steps back into a lunge. Lower for 2 and lift for 2 in 2 and 1. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Hold low, just pulse in 2 and 1. Hold low, just pulse. Pulse. Hug your core in. Back stays upright. Hold low, lift and lower the right heel in 2 and 1. Here, just lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come to the center of your mat. Sink your hips back into a squat. You're gonna dip your hips for 2 and lift for 2. In 2 and 1. Dip and lift. So your back is long, your core is hugged in, and then most of your weight is actually on your back and your heels. We'll find a crab walk. We'll take 1 step to the right, 2 to the left, in 2 and 1. Right, left, left. Go right. So emphasis on staying low, weight is back. You'll come back to the center of your mat. Right leg will tap out to the side and then left leg. In 2 and 1. Right here, tap out and out. So sink 1 inch deeper in your hips. Emphasis is on keeping the leg that's opposite the working leg stable. So your knee points forward as the other leg stretches out. Go back to those crab walks, right and left, in 2 and 1. Right here, left, 2 steps right, left, right. Come back to the center. This time we'll tap our left leg out first, in 2 and 1. Tap left, right. So really getting into the glute med here. Feel free to stay here. If you want a cardio burst, join me. We'll jump our legs out and in 2 and 1, jump out, jump in. We have about less than 20 seconds left. So keep going. Weight back, hips low. In 4, 3, 2, 1. And done. Keep your band on your thighs and then come to your bar or your stable surface. Stand about a forearm's distance away from your surface. Feet are hips distance apart. And then hinge forward from your hips. So in my case, I like to be on my forearms. You can also be on your hands. Your choice. If you have back sensitivities, you might prefer to be less hinged. Either way, you want both hands either down or up. We're going to start by working our left seat. So you're going to pick your left foot up from the ground. You're going to bend it, go knee to knee. And then you're going to extend your leg long behind you and then come back knee to knee. So if you're ready, we'll begin in 2 and 1. Extend long for 2, come knee to knee. Long and knee to knee. Pick up the pace. Long, knee to knee. Long, knee to knee. So what's important here is that your core is hugged in. Both hips are pointing forward towards your stable surface. And then you maintain a soft bend in your standing leg. And press down through your whole standing foot, particularly on the inner foot. Go long and knee to knee. Long and knee to knee. Couple more. Then you'll hold your leg long. Just tap it down onto the mat and bring it up again. In 2 and 1. Hold long. Tap down. Up. Tap down. So when you raise your leg, only go as far as you can without the upper body moving or your hips opening up to the side. So as you lift up, you should feel yourself pushing into the resistance, and then you try to push slightly higher into it. Up and down. Up, tap down. You'll hold your leg high and then tap it behind you towards the midline. In 8, 6, 4, 3, hold it up in 2 and 1. Tap back, tap back. So it's now like as if you're wagging your tail. Try to keep your hips still, lift up your leg as high as it can go, and then tap back. Keep going. Check that your core remains tight. Keep that soft bend in your right leg. completely natural to feel it in your right leg as well as the working leg as your right glute med stabilizes you. Alright, keep going. I'm going to show you where we're going next. You're going to tap your leg even further behind you, tap your foot onto the mat, and then rainbow it forward and tap it in front of you. Join me here in 2 and 1. Tap back, forward, back and forward. So you're keeping your hips stable again. Just your leg rotating in its socket. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep your leg high. You're going to come down to your right forearm and left fingertips. You'll pull your left knee in towards your chest and then hinge your leg close and open. In 2 and 1. Hinge, close, open. Close and open. So I'm sticking with the dog analogies here. First with the tail wagging. And now, as if you're a dog at a fire hydrant. Close and open. Close and open. So unlike before when we wanted both hips to point towards the surface, we're now opened up to the left side. But if you feel any pinching at all on the standing leg that wasn't there before, you can just dial down your left hip. Close and open. Close and open. You're going to pump your left knee in towards your left tricep and then extend it long. In 2 and 1. Pump in, extend long. In and long. Pull in, extend long. In and long. Because of the band, there will be some limitations as to how high your leg can lift up. So just try your best. And as you extend long, just keep your leg roughly in line with your body. In, extend long. We're going into those rainbow taps again. So your left leg will tap onto the mat behind you and then rainbow forward, tap the mat in front of you. In 2 and 1. Tap back, forward, back, forward. Option to move your left hand to your waist or hold it up. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we'll now switch sides. Work your right seat. Come to your bar, hinge forward from the hips. Feet on hips distance apart. So you want to put quite a bit of weight into your bar or your stable surface. And then right foot picks up. You're going to start knee to knee, stretch long behind you, and then come knee to knee. In 2 and 1. Long and knee to knee. Long and knee to knee. So I mentioned this before while we were on the other side. But both legs are actually working in this work, which is why I love this seat exercise. On the moving leg, it's more of the glute max, so what we typically know as the butt cheek. That's extending your leg out behind you. And then on the left side, it's our friend, our glute medius. It's at the side, close to the outer edge of your thigh, above the outer edge of your thigh, and that helps to stabilize you. Stretch your leg long, tap down onto the mat and lift your leg up. In 2 and 1. Tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. So quick check that your hips are both pointing towards your surface. Your standing knee is bent. And then your core is absolutely still as the work is isolated in your lower body. Tap down, lift up. Tap down, lift up. You'll hold your right leg high, and then it's going to tap behind you, the wagging the tail movement. In 8, 6, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold tight, tap back, tap back. Tap, tap back. So this is a small movement but requires a lot of control. Keep your hips still and facing in the same direction. We're going into that rainbow now. So your right leg will start by tapping the mat behind you, and then it's going to arch and come forward. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap back, come forward, tap back, come forward. Now it's a big movement as your leg rotates in the hip, but both hips still face forward. This is actually where I really start to feel it in the left leg, because there's so much going on as you try to stabilize and the other leg is moving in such a big movement. Okay, couple more. And we're going to come down, turn to the side. We'll be on our left forearm, right fingertips. Not yet. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So keep your leg up. Just turn your body to the side. Really trembling. Right knee comes forward, closes and opens. In 2 and 1. Close and open for 2. Down for 2 and open for 2. Speed it up. Close and open. Close and open. So again, when an open hip shape, this looks quite different among individuals. So you could be really open up to the side, or you could be kind of facing a diagonal towards the ground like I am. Really depends on how your bones and your joints are shaped, how flexible you are. Close and open. We're going to pump our right knee in and extend our leg long. In 2 and 1. Pump in, extend long. In, extend long. Your leg comes slightly in front of your body as it extends. Keep going. Pump in, go long. In, go long. Couple more. 8, 7, 6, 5, and we'll go to that rainbow. In 2 and 1. Hold long, tap back, tap forward, tap back, and forward. Final push. Arm goes to your waist or stretches up above you. I'm going to keep it here. Four, 3, 2, 1. Right, come down to your mat for a cool down. You can set your band aside. Just lay down on your back. Take a couple of deep breaths. Then hug both knees into your chest. You can rock side to side. Then you're going to extend your left leg long down onto the mat. Right leg comes up to the sky. You can place both hands behind your right thigh. Just stretch. With your hands, you can pull your right thigh in towards your chest, and your right leg pushes down. extend your right leg in towards the midline, then out towards the side. And then back towards the center, bend your right leg. And then drape it across your body. You can turn your chest towards the right side. You should feel a nice spinal stretch. Just breathe. Gently rock back towards the center. Both knees come towards your chest. And then just switch sides. So extend your right leg onto the mat. Left leg goes up. You can pull your left leg in with your hands while your leg pushes in the opposite direction. Send your left leg in towards the midline. And then gently out to the side. Bend your left leg. Just drape it across your body. And the left arm reaches out to the left side. So you want to try to anchor your left shoulder down onto the mat. This should be a nice stretch. Gently roll towards the center. Rock upwards to a seated position. Send your arms up, breathe in. Arms to prayer. Thank you for joining me today.